Hi everyone, my name is Megan O'Connell. I'm EGANO''CONNELL. I'm the Assistant Director for Marketing, Communications, and Guest Experience at CLE. I want to reassure the traveling public that between our airport team, TSA, airline partners, and other airport employees, we have an incredible group of dedicated people committed to providing every guest with a smooth, safe, and efficient experience while traveling through CLE. While CLE is not currently included in the FAA's list of airports impacted by air traffic capacity constraints, airline schedule reductions may still affect flights here. We understand that travel can cause anxiety and that many passengers may feel the urge to arrive extra early. However, my message today is clear. Arriving too early is just as problematic as arriving too late. It can lead to additional congestion in security lines, gate areas, and parking facilities, ultimately disrupting the flow of operations for flights departing before yours. The 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. window is our busiest bank of flights, and this has been true for many years. If your flight departs after 7 a.m., we ask that you do not arrive more than 2 hours early to avoid adding to the early morning rush. Please help us maintain an efficient experience for everyone by arriving at the appropriate time. At this time, we continue to recommend that passengers arrive 2 hours before domestic flights and 3 hours before international flights. This schedule provides the best balance for a stress-free process without overcrowding the terminal. We also strongly recommend all guests remain diligent about checking the status of their flights directly with their airline before coming to the airport. In addition, you can view the live status of our TSA checkpoints at clevelandairport.com to help plan your arrival more accurately. We encourage everyone to follow us on social media for the latest updates and information from the airport. Finally, we strongly recommend downloading your airline's mobile app for real-time updates on flight status, gate changes, and potential delays. If you have family members or friends who don't regularly use technology, please encourage them to check in with their airline or rely on you to help them stay informed before they travel. Staying up to date is one of the best ways to ensure a smooth and worry-free travel day for everyone. And happy to take questions. Yes, absolutely. So knowing that the holidays are coming up, our message will remain the same for everybody. We want you to prepare, but we also want everybody to stay calm and stay on schedule. The same thing will remain true, that we will have a busy bank in the morning, and we still ask 2 hours before your domestic flight, 3 hours before your international flight.
So you all really haven't seen any impacts since the government shutdown for any days?
We have not seen any major impacts from an air traffic perspective as well as a staffing perspective. There are some call-outs here and there, but as I mentioned at the beginning, we truly have a really dedicated group of people here that are committed to ensuring that it's a smooth and safe travel process for everybody.
Have you seen travelers coming super early, and has that caused any flight hiccups?
Yeah, that's what we've been experiencing with that morning bank, right? So if you have a flight that's after 7 a.m., 8 a.m. or 9 a.m., we have people that are showing up 4 hours early. That's disrupting that early morning bank from 4 to 7, and it's adding additional congestion here in ticketing, which we know is already a congested area. So that's why we want to get this message out loud and clear that if you are flying after 7 a.m., please continue to arrive 2 hours before your flight so as not to add to that morning rush.
I know you said you've got a dedicated team here, but have you seen any fluctuation in staff?
Truly, we haven't seen a ton. You'd have to double check directly with the FAA or TSA, but being out on the floor, I have seen everything moving pretty efficiently and quickly. I think everybody seems to be in really good spirits given the situation. And like I said, I've spoken with people who have said that we are here to ensure that everybody has as smooth of a trip as possible. Yeah. Yeah, so that is, of course, between the FAA and the airlines, right? We have to adjust as needed to support what is going on there. So all we can do is continue to message about timing and getting here and preparing. But again, I can't stress enough. You need to be in contact with your airline. You need to download the app. You need to sign up for the text messages, sign up for the emails. If you have aging parents or anybody else who chooses not to really use a phone to connect with the airline, make sure you're staying in touch with them, because if they show up here and their flight's canceled, that's going to, they're not going to have a great experience. So I would just really, really recommend that you are constantly staying in touch with your airline and up to date on what's going on. We will do everything we can on our website, on social media otherwise, but that's what we're doing right now. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I think that's going to depend right on your specific situation. If you have connections and other things that are going on, I would just advise everybody to look at your travel itinerary. Right, if you know that you have multiple connections and you're waiting for flights coming in and waiting for flights to go out, that you might want to come up with a specific plan for your bags. As the airport, we don't have a recommendation on that, but always call your airline and double check with them as well. They might have specifics on what they recommend doing for your specific itinerary. Okay, thank you, everyone.